So with Triple G nerfing farms in Path of Exile 2 with the latest 0.1.0e patch, I decided to jump back into the game to bring you guys the best working farms you can use to get that loot. These farms consist across all chapters, so they are for everybody, and these farms are the best in the game to get you what you need. Uniques, rares, magic items, we have gems, we have orbs, we have gold, you name it guys, these farms today cover it all. How's it going guys? My name is DPJ. Now do you guys want to win 300 points? Well, it is as simple as this. Drop a like on this video, leave me a comment down below and make sure you are subbed. I'll pick one winner from the comments section of my Path of Exile 2 videos and I will announce them later on today in this afternoon's Path of Exile 2 video, so good luck everybody. So the instant boss reset farm I originally posted about a week ago now, which everyone only a couple of days back all of a sudden jumped on, has now been nerfed. This was the 9th treasure of Kef, where you could instantly reset him. This no longer works because he no longer drops a corpse upon you taking him out. Meaning guys, to farm him you have to run all the way back to the waypoint to reset the instance, making this absolutely useless now. Same goes for the new one I posted, the newer version of this trick I posted about 3 days back within the Halani gates. The Impaler boss here could also use this trick with too. That's also being patched. She no longer drops a corpse. So what actually still works in regards to an efficient farm you guys can take advantage of to earn all of those important in-game currencies such as gold, uncut gems, orbs, uniques, rares and so forth? Well, there are still some great ones you can use. Now how I judge a farm is as follows: the amount of loot you can get in as short a time as possible. Simple. Okay, so we will start from the top and then work our way back, so starting with Act 3 then working our way back to Act 1. Now remember, whatever works in Act 1, 2 and 3 will also work in the cruel difficulty versions too. So everyone, no matter where you are in your playthrough, can use these, but if you are at the stage of mapping, these probably won't be as efficient for you. Okay, so Act 3 first, making our way backwards. Now a farm I posted yesterday just before the patch was released actually still works, and trying it out today guys, it is just as great. Now I uploaded this as an incredible unique orb, gold and so forth farm, and while me testing it out today after this patch has landed, I'm happy to say it's just as crazy. The amount of elites in this place is unbelievable. Gold chests, groups of enemies, I mean the lot is just wild. And what this means is tons of that loot. And oh, did I mention, I got a unique from a chest, legit my first time testing this. Now I've got about 30 uniques from this place guys so far. That shows you how good of a place this is. Now the area itself is actually tiny considering, and every room, and I mean seriously guys, every room seems to have a chest within it. Every 3 to 4 rooms seems to have an elite in it, and every time I run this, which takes me about 10 minutes, I'm getting upwards of 5 rare golden elite chests. Don't know what you call them, but they're gold, they're shiny, who cares? And that's besides the other 10 rare chests you get, and the 50 normal chests, and countless elites. So yeah, as you saw, this place is within the Molten Vault within Act 3, and it really is the best I've used. It's probably no doubt now the best you can use besides mapping post patch after they nerfed the instant boss reset farms to get all those juicy materials. Another half decent farm within Act 3 is the Venom Crypts. Now to come here guys, you need to load into the jungle ruins, and this is located right next to it. So this is a farm I did use a lot, but seemingly it seems as though they've nerfed the amount of rare chests that spawn in here. There used to be loads, now I'm barely getting 2 or 3 per run. But what it is good for is that loot, because of the amount of elites and the enemies that are densely packed together. Now it isn't anywhere near as great as the Molten Vaults, but that's near the end of Act 3, this one's near the beginning. So if you need those materials, that loot, etc, etc, this could be a great spot for you. Remember guys, if you are in and around the level of the enemies, they're great spots to level up too, so keep that in mind. Okay, so back to Act 2, and by far the best farming spot here guys is the Dreadnought. This moving map is literally filled full of enemies, chests and elites and so much more. The amount of loot you get guys is unbelievable. Look here as I load in from this waypoint, how many enemies just jump all over me. It's unreal. And this is the same throughout this map. There's just countless enemies absolutely everywhere. Now I use this a ton within Act 2 to level up, and the way I play is, guys, I don't leave loot on the floor. I pick it all up, go back to camp, disenchant, salvage and sell. And doing that while farming this area, you're literally going back to camp about 50 times per one run through. It's absolutely wild the amount of loot that drops here, and that is because of the enemies that are just densely packed together. So this is no doubt the best place within Act 2 that you can farm. Now with the changes to checkpoints, you can easily teleport back to the start and reset the entire instance too, or reload a previous checkpoint, guys, to do it that way. So yes guys, seeing as they've nerfed the boss instant reset farms you could do within Act 2, the 9th treasure of Kef and the Impaler boss, this is by far the best Act 2 farm you can use and abuse. Okay, so moving on to Act 1, there's actually 2 decent farms within Act 1. The first I haven't seen anyone really mention, and that is Freythorn. Now here guys, you have to activate 3 totems within this area, but they are normally really close together. Now upon activating them, it spawns in a bunch of enemies too, but you can activate them only once per instance, so yeah, keep that in mind. But we don't need them, because right near these totems guys, there's a whole bunch of enemies here. And there's also, guys, checkpoints right next to each totem. So what I was doing was, I was running around this area, finding all 3 totems, activating a checkpoint next to them, and then guys, after taking out all the enemies, I'm just basically reloading the checkpoint and running back around the small area, taking out all of these mobs. Now it's not the best in regards to the amount of loot you will get drop, but if you're around in Act 1, this is real early game guys, or even Cruel Act 1, this is a great place to come and not only level up, but you will get decent amounts of loot too. So do keep it in mind. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's definitely worth considering. Now an amazing farm that's now even better within Act 1 is the Beira of the Rotten Pack boss farm. Now in Act 1 within Clearfell, literally 10 seconds up from the waypoint is a boss you can come and fight, who drops some useful gear too. Now with the latest patch people, they've actually made this even quicker for you guys to farm. So if you're in Act 1 right early at the start of the game, or if you're in Cruel Act 1, or if you want to just come back to this spot and farm and get loads of gear, useful materials, orbs, gems, etc, etc, this may be the place for you. Because how this works now is guys, there is a checkpoint right by the waypoint which you can just simply come back to. Therefore, so you load into this area guys, activate the checkpoint right by the waypoint, run up to the boss which takes about 10 seconds, take out the boss, run to the checkpoint right next to the boss people, fast travel back down to the waypoint, reset the instance, rinse and repeat. It really is as simple as that. It makes it super quick. It's almost as efficient as the 9th treasure of Kef and the Impaler boss farms, that where we used to insta reset them. I mean, it's not that quick, but it is probably the quickest boss you will be able to farm in this game as of right now. So if you're on that Cruel Act 1 end game, you can come back here and get some useful materials for it. If you've just started the game guys, this is a great place for you guys to take advantage of too. But yes, it's been made even better now, so yeah, take advantage of it while you can. But there we have it guys. I believe there's 5 there in total. 5 of the best working farms after the latest patch. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, leaving a like really helps out. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and hopefully my beautiful people, I will see you on that next one.